It's hard to believe, almost 20 years ago, the original Ticket to Ride came out. Crazy.
Welcome to Cloudy with a Chance of Meeples, a channel of conversation and board games.
Hey, my name is Brent here on Cloudy with a Chance of Meeples. Today on the channel, we're going to be hopping on some cable cars, collecting souvenirs as we head down the streets of San Francisco. Today we're looking at the brand new small box version of Ticket to Ride. It is indeed from San Francisco. What makes this one different than the other small boxes? Souvenirs. How do those work? Let's find out. Cue the thunder. So the radar overview for Ticket to Ride. San Francisco looks like this, much like all the small Ticket to Ride boxes. I will say the insert is very nice. It's got spots for all the, in this sense, cable cars, cards, point tracking tokens, as well as the souvenirs. So once again, nice production of the insert from Days of Wonder, as we can expect. So this is not going to be an overview on how to play Ticket to Ride in general, but rather the differences in this version compared to the other small versions, as well as the differences between this and the big version. So as you can see, we are in San Francisco, and instead of trains, you in fact have cable cars. And I will say, these are actually like really nice and sturdy. I feel that the Ticket to Ride New York, those little taxis, were cheaper plastic, but these are fantastic. These are back to wooden ones. They didn't have them in the they didn't have them in New York. And they have plastic ones in London, but once again, you have matching wooden markers. And then again, Ticket to Ride, everybody gets destination route tickets. So you're trying to fulfill these. You use these train cars. In this case, they are cable cars. So gameplay virtually the same with one minor adjustment, and that is, you can see in these 5 locations, you'll always start with souvenirs, and you'll put them out randomly each time. It doesn't really matter which location has which one. Depending on player count, will reflect how many go in each of these spots on the board. You also have a 6th and a 7th color. So you put 5 on the board, and then in turn order, whoever's last in turn order puts one of these stacks anywhere on the board, and then whoever is, I guess, or second last in turn order can put them anywhere they want. And then you're ready to go. Pretty much the difference is anytime you claim a route connecting into one of these locations with one of these souvenirs, you grab it and you put it in front of you, because at the end of the game, depending on how many you have, you get a certain amount of victory points. So if you have a 0 or 1 at the end of the game, you have 0 points. 2 gives you 1 point, 3, 2, all the way up to, if you have all 7 of them, then you get 12 victory points. You can only have 1 of each different color, and that's pretty much it. That's the difference in this one. You will be, once again, finishing up these route cards and then collecting these souvenirs, and depending on how many souvenirs you have, unique different ones you have, will reflect on how many points you have. So pretty much that is it. Of course, these cars are not trains, but rather cable cars, as well as the purple is an old van, and then you have the green as a car. And again, that is pretty much Ticket to Ride. If you don't know how to play the base game, I'll post a link to the base game in the description of this video. Now, let's check out the final forecast. So the final forecast for Ticket to Ride, San Francisco. It's hard to believe, almost 20 years ago, the original Ticket to Ride came out. Crazy. The legacy that Ticket to Ride has is unbelievable. That game, the base game, and all the expansions, the different versions, are played in millions of houses around the world, and that's fantastic. As mentioned at the top of the video, a few years back, Days of Wonder started to make these smaller version boxes: New York, London, Amsterdam, and Ticket to Ride San Francisco. If you're familiar with Ticket to Ride, you're going to see beautiful artwork, fantastic components. The cable cars in this one, I think, are almost better than the big trains in the normal Ticket to Ride. They look amazing, and they're definitely better than the taxis in Ticket to Ride New York. And streamlined gameplay. So you're familiar with Ticket to Ride, you're going to be familiar with this one with the new added souvenir set collection. I have to say, I really like that about this Ticket to Ride. I love set collection within set collection. I get it. These are small version games. And so if you loved like the big base game Ticket to Ride, this might not appeal to you. But if you are, new to the hobby board gaming, this is a fantastic one to pick up. If you have ever visited San Francisco, you live in San Francisco means something special to you, I think this is a great one to add to your collection. I have 3 out of the 4. I have London, New York, and now Ticket to Ride San Francisco. This one is my favorite of those small box ones. I haven't played Amsterdam, but of the 3 that I have, this is by far my favorite one because I just love the look of it. It's awesome, but I just love that collection of those souvenirs. And yeah, they start on the perimeter of the board with the 2 other ones randomly, so each game is going to feel the tiniest bit different. Most games will feel relatively the same, but I love just planning my tickets around those souvenirs and having that like direction to try to get the most of them. I don't know. I really enjoyed this one. I'm going to give it a 90% Chance of Meeples. Of course, if you had to pick only one of them, I would suggest this one because I don't know. I just like that little added scoring mechanism. I know all 4 of the small ones all have a little different scoring mechanism, but I like this one the best because you kind of have some direction to pick up these tokens. And yeah, so 90% Chance of Meeples for Ticket to Ride San Francisco. It's my favorite of the 4. My name is Brent. Check us out on Facebook, Cloudy with a Chance of Meeples. Remember, grab the umbrella. The forecast is cloudy with a chance of meeples.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember to grab your umbrella because the forecast is cloudy with a chance of meeples.